Cities of the world. The planet, a living body made of stone, water, and dream. From north to south, east to west, cities rise like hearts beating in different rhythms. Some shaped by eternity, others still learning to breathe. Each holds the same secret: humanity's longing to remain. Paris mirrors the soul in its lights. Tokyo pulses like lightning between tradition and future. New York ascends in steel and glass. Rome rests upon centuries, and Cairo awakens the echo of gods beneath an eternal sun. In Istanbul, worlds touch. In Sigiriya, the mountain speaks. In Marrakech, the desert sings. London watches time pass, and Sydney reinvents it with every dawn. This film is a passage. A journey through the essence of humankind, carved in stone, sea, and horizon. Each city is a mirror, and in every reflection lies a fragment of who we were, are, and will become. Some say travel is a way to leave oneself. But perhaps it is the opposite. It is the world that moves through us, leaving behind its dust, its sound, its light. And when the wind changes direction, everything begins again. For the planet, like life, never stops turning. Paris. Paris, the city of light, where time walks with steps of grace and melancholy. Along the banks of the Seine, history reflects upon the water like a memory that never sleeps. The wind carries the scent of freshly baked bread, the distant chime of Notre Dame's bells, and the whispers of artists still painting the same skyline from centuries ago. The French capital was born from the meeting of a river and human imagination. Here, kings raised thrones and revolutions burned flags. Poets found refuge, and the world learned that beauty can also be defiance. From the Louvre's arcades to the golden shadow of the Eiffel Tower, everything in Paris seems choreographed by light itself. In its cafes, the clinking of cups is an old melody. In Montmartre, the stairs lead not only up the hill but into the memory of every dream ever sparked there. The gray sky bears the same hue as Cartier-Bresson's portraits, a light that reveals the fleeting, the instant when the soul shows itself. And when dusk turns the river copper, Paris seems suspended between two times, the past whispering, the future waiting in silence. In that moment, the city unveils its true nature, not a place, but a feeling. As the breeze drifts over the Seine, the distant hum of a train signals another journey. From the heart of Europe, we now travel east, where modernity glows in neon over ancient traditions. Tokyo, Tokyo, the city where the future breathes in silence. Between lights that never rest and temples that still meditate, the metropolis rises like a poem written in neon and wind. Every street is a maze of sounds, the quick echo of footsteps, the metallic hum of the subway, the soft call of a shrine hidden among skyscrapers. Here, time is an ordered illusion. While digital screens announce tomorrow, the gardens of Shinjuku remind us that eternity fits within the fall of a single petal. Contrast is Tokyo's soul, tradition and innovation beating as two pulses of the same heart. In Asakusa, the scent of incense mingles with steaming ramen. In Akihabara, electric light forms an urban constellation. And at the Shibuya crossing, humanity flows like an ocean choreographed by urgency and harmony. Nothing is chaos. It is rhythm. It is precision. The Japanese call it wa, the invisible harmony that balances the world. It lives in the steam of green tea, in the exact second a train departs, in the quiet respect before a bow. Every detail honors the ephemeral, as if the city knows that all that lives fades. When night melts the sky into liquid light, Tokyo becomes a symphony of reflections. And in that glow, we feel humanity reborn, reinventing itself day after day. Across the planet, there lies another city that never sleeps. The distant sound of horns crosses oceans and draws our gaze westward, to the metropolis, where concrete and dreams walk side by side. New York City. New York, where concrete breathes and dreams have an address. The city that never sleeps awakens each morning with the intensity of a sunrise multiplied across 1,000 windows. From the heights of Manhattan, the wind grazes the skin like an electric breath, and the sound of life mingles with the metallic pulse of the subway below. Here, time is always in motion. The streets flow like luminous arteries, carrying the energy of millions of footsteps. In Central Park, trees are islands of silence between seas of steel and glass. On the sidewalks, the scent of fresh coffee and warm pretzels mixes with an urban symphony that never repeats itself. The story of New York is a story of arrivals. Ships from Europe, voices from every language, hopes crossing oceans in search of renewal. Ellis Island was the gate for those who believed freedom had a shape, and it did. The green outline of the Statue of Liberty against the sky. Among its skyscrapers, the city mirrors the human spirit itself. Broadway lights its constellation of letters. Harlem breathes music. Brooklyn raises bridges over time. Every neighborhood is a different soul. Every corner a story unfolding. And in the reflection of its buildings, the whole world sees itself. When the evening light turns the Hudson copper, New York slows, just for a moment. And in that brief pause, we understand that every rush is also longing, the longing to exist, to leave a trace of life upon time. Slowly, the sound of sirens fades into the distance. The city's hum turns to an echo, and the scenery shifts. Metal gives way to stone. The present bows before history. The wind crosses the Atlantic and whispers over golden ruins, where the past still speaks in the voice of an empire. Rome. Rome, the city where time breathes among ruins. Every stone holds the echo of empires. Every shadow seems woven from centuries. To walk through Rome is to wander through the heart of the ancient world, where glory and decay intertwine beneath the same golden light. The Colosseum rises like a heart of stone still beating. On its invisible stands, applause and silence linger together. Around it, the wind carries the scent of sun-warmed marble, and the murmur of the Tiber recalls the days when Rome believed itself eternal. Here, history never sleeps. Man does, but the past remains awake. In the Roman Forum, each broken column is an ancient word. In the squares, the murmur of fountains mingles with the footsteps of pilgrims. The city is both ruin and rebirth. Rome was the cradle of law, art, and faith. From its hands were born empires and ideas. From its temples, the echo of voices that shaped the West. In Bernini's domes and Caravaggio's paintings, eternity learned to have both color and shadow. And when the sun sets over the Vatican, the sky becomes a living stained glass. Rome breathes like a prayer, as if every sunset were an act of redemption. The city does not chase the future. It awaits it with the patience of one who has seen all things rise and fall. But the wind changes direction. The warm Mediterranean breeze crosses seas and deserts, carrying the golden dust of ancient columns. On the distant horizon emerges another city, older than time itself, where pyramids cast shadows upon eternity. Cairo. Cairo, where the desert meets man and time bows to mystery. Beneath a sun that seems older than the world itself, the city unfolds in layers of history, dust, and faith. From the heights of the pyramids of Giza, the horizon stretches like a motionless sea, golden, silent, eternal. Here, every stone speaks. The hieroglyphs carved into temples are echoes of a language the wind still tries to read. The distant call to prayer blends with the murmur of the Nile, a blue artery feeding life for 5,000 years. Cairo is a fusion of the sacred and the everyday. In the narrow streets of the Islamic Quarter, the scent of baked bread meets the incense of the mosques. Minarets rise like needles of light, marking the rhythm of the hours beneath the patient gaze of the sphinxes. Among caravans and markets, time feels suspended. In Khan el-Khalili, the sound of voices echoes like an ancient chant. The gleam of copper, the touch of fabric, the sweetness of hibiscus tea, all are part of the same ritual that binds man to the desert. As the sun descends over the pyramids, the sky becomes a mirror of fire. Shadows stretch like memories, and silence gains the weight of eternity. Egypt does not age. It transforms like the Nile, reborn with every season. But the wind begins to blow from the north. It crosses the desert, glides over the Mediterranean, and finds another ancient empire, a living bridge between worlds. A city where faith mingles with sea mist, and the voices of East and West unite in a single song. Istanbul. Istanbul, the city that rests between two worlds. Between Asia and Europe, between the call to prayer and the sound of bells, between the blue of the Bosphorus and the gold of sunset. It is a living bridge where past and present walk side by side, like travelers who recognize each other. In the mornings, the air carries the scent of simit bread and the distant echo of mosques. The sun glimmers on the water, painting the facades of Topkapi and Hagia Sophia with liquid light. The wind carries tales of empires and caravans, of sailors who crossed the sea in search of roots and faith. Every street is a corridor of time. In the Grand Bazaar, the clinking of copper mingles with the melody of bargaining. Red and blue carpets move like earthly waves, and the smell of spices, cinnamon, cardamom, clove, seems to suspend the very moment. Everything pulses with the intensity of a prayer. Istanbul is a city of domes and reflections. From the heights of the Blue Mosque, the voice of the muezzin echoes over the horizon, spreading like silk across the sea. From the hills of Galata, the eye finds towers and minarets, boats and gulls, a symphony between the human and the divine. And at dusk, when the sun sinks into the Bosphorus, the entire world seems to fit within a single moment of light. Istanbul breathes like a prayer that unites peoples, a place where the sacred is daily, and the daily is sacred. But the wind shifts once more. It crosses the ocean, crosses continents, and finds a land where the sea sings in green and mountain. Where rhythm rises not from domes, but from the living heart of nature, the next chapter of our journey. Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. Sigiriya, the fortress of the sky. In the heart of Sri Lanka's tropical forest, a colossal rock rises 200 meters above the jungle, as if the earth itself had sculpted an altar for the gods. At dawn, the air vibrates with the song of cicadas, and mist glides down the mountain like a sacred veil. They call it the Lion Rock. At its summit lie the ruins of palaces and hanging gardens, the dream of a king who sought to live between heaven and earth. On the walls, frescoes of celestial women dance for more than 1,000 years, preserved by humidity and time's devotion. The ascent is a pilgrimage. Steps carved into stone lead through narrow passages where the wind breathes like something ancient. The eyes of ancient paintings follow each traveler, a reminder that here, power has always belonged to silence. From the top, the horizon is endless. Trees unfold like a green carpet covering the world. The sun touches the walls, and everything glows in copper and gold. Past and nature coexist like two voices that never stopped singing. Sigiriya is more than a ruin. It is a symbol of impermanence. Each stone holds the echo of a vanished empire whose beauty endures as promise. It is the eternal dialogue between man and mountain, between dream and dust. And as dusk descends upon the jungle, the wind changes once more. It crosses oceans, glides over the Sahara, and finds the scent of spices, the glow of lanterns, and the distant rhythm of drums calling from the desert. The next destination appears in color, sand, and fragrance. Marrakech, Morocco. Marrakech, the Red City, where the sun paints everything with fire. Between ancient walls and swaying palms, The air vibrates with the sound of markets, the scent of saffron, and the echo of voices blending like waves across the desert. Here, every street is a maze of color and memory. In Jama Elfna Square, the whole world seems to fit into a single glance. Snake charmers, storytellers, drums, and laughter weave a chaotic yet perfect symphony. Smoke from food stalls rises in spirals, carrying the scent of cinnamon, cumin, and charcoal. Marrakech is a city of contrasts. Inside the riads, silence reigns. Secret gardens with fountains and tiles reflecting light, like dream mirrors. Outside, the chaos of the Medina beats like an ancient heart, alive and untamed. In narrow streets, artisans shape time itself. They hammer metal, weave carpets, dye fabrics with pigments that seem to come from the earth itself. Art here is not decoration, it is breath. Everything bears the touch of human hands and the blessing of the sun. And when the day departs, Marrakech turns to gold. Its clay walls glow in the sunset, and the distant Atlas Mountains shimmer like a mirage. It's the moment when the desert holds its breath and the soul listens. The city folds into prayer between fire and silence. But far away, the wind begins to shift. It leaves the warmth of sand behind and drifts northward, crossing seas and fog. The next destination emerges wrapped in mist and memory, a city of bridges, of rain, and of quiet reflection. London. London, where the past wears coats of mist and the future hurries along wet pavements. Every street is a page of an ancient book. The arches of Tower Bridge open like chapters, and the domes of St. Paul's keep whispers of prayers and storms. London is a city of contrasts, carriages and subways, tea and electricity, tradition and rebellion. In the parks, the wind plays with leaves and thoughts. Hyde Park awakens as a green breath among stone walls. There, footsteps sound lighter, as if the city itself remembered to breathe. The scent of rain mingles with flowers and iron, a fragrance unique to this place, the perfume of urban eternity. The markets speak in 1,000 tongues. Camden vibrates with color and music. Notting Hill smells of books and spices. Covent Garden echoes with lost laughter and applause. Every corner is a living portrait of human diversity. London is a symphony made of differences. And as twilight falls, lights bloom through the mist. The clock marks not just hours, but ages. The Thames, like an ancient mirror, returns to the city the reflection of all it has been and all it will be. London does not age, it deepens. But the wind does not linger. It drifts toward the far side of the world, chasing a horizon where the ocean is light and the sky is glass. There, a shining bay awaits the dawn above white sails, the next stop of our voyage. Sydney. Sydney, where the ocean meets the city, and light seems to rise from the sea itself. Waves brush the shore as if awakening the stone, and the salty breeze carries the scent of morning. In the distance, the opera house rises like a white sail ready to depart, a symbol of harmony between human creation and boundless nature. The harbor is a mirror of motion. Boats glide across translucent waters, reflecting the ever-changing sky. The harbor bridge stretches its steel arcs like a colossal embrace, linking shores, memories, and destinies. Here, the sound of the wind mingles with the laughter of gulls and the rhythm of a waking world. In the botanical gardens, green becomes symphony. Trees lean over stone paths, and tropical flowers open like small suns. Every color feels brighter, every sound sharper, as if the planet were breathing in its own rhythm of renewal. Sydney is a city of horizons. On one side, the Pacific stretches beyond sight. On the other, towers of glass mirror the clouds in motion. The energy here is not haste, it is flow. Everything pulses in tune with the sea. And as the sun sets over Bondi, the sky melts into liquid gold. Shadows lengthen on the sand, and the city becomes a shimmering reflection, alive between the waves and the wind. Sydney is the point where time seems to begin again. But as night falls, the wind turns one last time. It carries within it the murmur of all cities crossed, the sound of a moving world. The film prepares to close its circle, from light to shadow, from rising to return. The world turns once more. Cities fall asleep, yet the planet awakens, a body of light moving silently through the infinite. In the windows, the moon's reflection. On the waters, the echo of stars. Everything seen remains, even when the eyes close. Time takes nothing, it transforms. The ancient stones of Rome, the steel of New York, the wind of Sigiriya, the sand of Marrakech, the mist of London, and the brightness of Sydney now live within us. We are the sound accumulated by journeys, the instant that echoes beyond distance. Each city is a mirror, and each mirror a return. For what we seek outside has always lived within. The vibration of life, the urgency to exist, the silence that speaks when the world moves. The film ends, but the journey does not. Somewhere, another light is rising, another street, another voice, another horizon. The planet keeps turning, and we turn with it, eternal travelers of our own existence.